How are you? We're going to do a very quick one. We're doing a very quick one now. So come live, invite your friends. I want you to tag every woman that you know, tag every woman. Make sure you get to every woman that you know. Welcome Facebook. Welcome Facebook. Welcome Facebook. Welcome Facebook, welcome Instagram. I'm happy to have you. Today is for women. 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 Magida labashanda lagada. Libra zikata labalagada. Today is actually a day for women. I want you to tag every woman that you know. Just tag every woman. We're not going to be long. Won't be very long, but tag every woman that you know. Everyone, welcome, welcome. Do you know what today is? Today's date is 25th of November. And today is the International Day of Violence Against Women. Today is the International Day of Violence Against Women. You know, every Thursdays, every Tuesdays and Thursdays for Moments with Shoma Ibezin. So we're still going to come live today by 9 p.m. But what we're going to do by 9 p.m. when we come live is going to be a second part of what we are doing right away. So I want you to make sure that you take this link and tag to every woman that you know. Without information, we are destroyed. Without knowledge, we are consumed. When you hear people talk about empowerment is not the 20,000 naira they give to you to start a small scale business. No. Empowerment is not the 1 million they give to you to start a small scale business. Not at all. Have you asked yourself, what if your mind is not empowered? How can you handle money? If your mind is not empowered, you cannot. So the very first empowerment we will talk about is the empowerment of the mind. If you're not empowered well, you won't be able to use the money well. If you're not empowered well, you won't use the money. So make sure that you are informed so that you will not be deformed. If you're not informed, you can be deformed. So today is for women. Let me give you a few minutes to just tag any woman you know as we go straight to the point. Let me give you a few. Yesterday I was in the car and my admin called me airborne or something. So they said that she should give them my number so that they could reach out to me. So she wanted to know whether she could give them the number, and I said, go ahead. I'm not seeing the chats on Facebook. Facebook, are you typing? Are you typing Facebook? I'm not seeing the chat on Facebook. Oh, da, 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 da. I'm not seeing. Okay, Facebook, I'm not seeing the chat. So I'm going to end it and start all over again, okay? So you stay right there. I will end it and start all over again because I'm not seeing the no. So I couldn't see the chats. Sometimes this thing can just be go live. Add location, tab description, violence against women. Just hold on. I couldn't see the charts. I don't know why. I pray it's gonna come on now. So comment will appear here. I don't know those who are on Facebook, but I think I'm not seeing your comment on Facebook. I don't know why. Are you seeing other people's comments? On Facebook? Wow. Something is wrong somewhere, but you're seeing other people's comments on Facebook, right? Okay, I guess we'll figure it out. Somebody should tell my PA to resend the link on the Biko Poturu. See, I resend the link that I ended Facebook and I started another one. Okay, you are welcome. You're welcome. Those at work says they are looking for their headphone. Okay, it's showing, right? Okay, I can see it. So, excuse me. I need to call my PA now to resend the link. We need to resend the link. We need to resend the link. So today is the International Day of Violence Against Women. And so I will talk about violence against women today. And then we're going to be live by 9 p.m. again today. And I'm going to answer your questions on violence against women. Of course, pray for all those who are online, who want children, who want to get married, who want genotype change, who want to have an encounter, who wants 11th hour miracle, or one thing or the other. So that's what we're going to do. So it's going to be an offshoot of what is happening now. So I need you to do me a favor and tap every woman. Every woman. There are plenty of them, you know, they are going through one challenge or the other. They are going through one problem or the other. They don't even know who to talk to. They don't even know who to relate with. They don't even know who to share their problems with. So when you know these people, please send them, tag them, so that we know what is violence against women, what the society should know about violence against women. We have to be in the know. And this is what we are coming live right now to do. And so it is very important that we say, even if you are at work, it's very important that you get out, be aware. So like I said, I was on my way, and then this radio station called me and they said they wanted me to grant them an interview. I said, okay, when? They said they are already live on the radio. Like they were live on the radio. I said, what is the right word now? Like, set up. You didn't tell me. You just called me and you said you're live. How you sure I know what to say? They said no, that they don't know what to say. So that is why International Day of Violence Against Women, and we want to know what violence is and how we can end it. What is our part about this? What is violence? What is violence? Violence in the home, what is it? It is a behavior. Domestic violence is a behavior within the home. Domestic violence is a behavior within the home. Typically, involving the violent abuse of a spouse or a partner. It is, let me say it again, is a violent or aggressive behavior within the home, typically involving the violent abuse of a spouse. Violence is a physical force intended to hurt, intended to damage, intended to kill someone or something. That's what it is. And all over the world today, we are celebrating or commemorating the International Day Against Violence. So we are to be aware that there is a day set aside to remember, to know that violence against women is bad, of any kind is bad, and should not be allowed. It is against the law of nature. Violence is against the law of nature. It is a crime against humanity. It is. I'm trying to hold on a little so that, well, definitely we're going to watch it. I want every woman to be aware. I want every woman to know. I want every woman to be in the know of this. I want every woman to learn from it. I just want. Uche, please, could you send me the YouTube link? Could you do that? Send me the YouTube link so that I can also share it. Because a lot of people do not know that I'm live on YouTube. Violence is an aggressive behavior in the home. Aggressive behavior within the home. It happens within, outside, neighbors, around the home, cousins, uncle, and all of that. Anything that happens, around the home. And the aim is to hurt. The aim is to damage. The aim is to kill. The aim is to destroy any kind of violence. That is the home. That is what it is. And today we are saying no. In my counseling office, it is a no to abuse of any kind. It's a no. I believe that if you want to hit someone, hit your mate. If you want to beat somebody, beat your age mate. A lot of them are right there in the ring. Your age mate. A lot of them jog and exercise every day. Your age mate. So it's not only men that beat women. There are women that beat men as well. So any kind of violence is not or should not be accepted. And violence of any kind is a crime against nature, is a crime against humanity. Of course, there are different kinds of violence. We talk about rape, forceful penetration, forceful sexual intercourse, forcefully causing pain, destroying somebody emotionally. You remember the second timer? That was how her life ended. Throughout the rest of her life, she couldn't forget the rape issue that happened in her father's house. She couldn't. So when you talk about rape, sexual harassment, child abuse, female mutilation, what about the widowhood practices? They are all violence against women. You see a lot of widows going through torture for a crime they didn't commit. Somebody died. Somebody that, can you kill somebody you're sleeping with? Yes, there are people who do that, but I tell you the truth, they never loved in the first place. I don't know how they got into that hole. Either by mistake or somebody said, no, be juju be this. It's not just possible. What would somebody, tell the person to get out. What would somebody do to you that will make you kill? What would somebody do to you that will make you destroy the person? What will somebody do to you, that will make you want to kill the person? So my husband just alerted me now and said, including verbal abuse of any kind. So you can violate somebody. You can cause violence by what you say, with your mouth constantly. Do you know it was with the mouth that Goliath killed all the Israelites right in the camp? Just his physical appearance alone. Immediately he came out on, in the field, he looked at them and he said, who can challenge me? If you're that one, come. And seeing his size, nobody could. The size alone couldn't let anybody stand before him. So all of them were intimidated by his size. All of them. They looked at the size of Goliath and nobody could stand him. And so they all died. Verbal abuse is dangerous. Verbal abuse is like when a python, anaconda, jams somebody in the bush and it coils over the person and breaks the bones. When somebody has killed your bones and everything in you, the person, this is just like a mere body. There's no life in it. So today, all the women online, today is the International Day of Violence Against Women. And our aim is to create awareness so that people will be in the know, to eliminate violence against women. That's our plan. So this is creating awareness and making everybody to be aware, to be conscious of it, to be aware that we are in the process and we are carrying the physical and emotional and psychological placard which reads eliminating violence against women. So how do we eliminate them? Number one, training of the girl child. We begin early, right from when the child is in the womb. Socialization is the number one way of eliminating violence against women. We see that when we give birth to a boy and we give birth to a girl, we are constantly telling the girl, you're a girl, you should wash plate. You're a girl, this is your duty. You're a girl, you should do this. Let me tell you, when you raise up a girl and a boy in the same room and you don't alert them and tell them the differences, between them, and this is a boy, this is what you should do, this is a girl, you will see that the girl will grow up to become a tomboy. You will see that what the boy can do, the girl can do. Nobody's going to tell them that they are different. In the villages, you see girls climbing trees, going to cut down the palm fruit. You see girls doing what men can do. But we begin early to, and it's called socialization, we begin early to tell them this is a girl. Yeah, haven't you wondered how we have killed a lot of our boys early by telling them boys don't cry. Boys don't cry. And so they grow up not crying and yet die emotionally. Is a manly thing that a man does not cry. It's not true. Jesus wept. David cried. And so we use this orientation to tell our children, you're a boy, boys don't cry. So when something, do you know that there are benefits of tears? Advantages, it eases up stress. It takes off that, burden from you. At times you need to just pour it out. And you're good, you're free. But because we train up our children and we tell them that boys don't cry, boys are not supposed to cry. And so they have all these things in their heart. And they grow up trying to become a man because society taught them not to cry. So when we are training a girl child, we shouldn't train them any less. There is nothing, there is no difference, nothing that makes a man, better than a man, a woman, when it comes to input and output. Just train a woman. Just tell her what to do. It was before that women were answering Oriako, Odoziako, or Obiageriako. Today, they make the Ako together with the men. Today, they are out there. Even though they face a lot of challenges, challenges like sexual harassment, challenges like the man trying to love them, challenges like I will sleep with you before I get to a job. Nobody's going to do that to a man. They will just say blatant no to a man, and that's it. But today, you see women going through a lot of stuff just because they want to make ends meet. And you see a lot of women, when they achieve something, somebody's thinking there's a sugar daddy somewhere. If there's a sugar daddy somewhere, then there should be a woman who should be able to get to the top. Because if a man can do it with his knowledge, haven't you wondered that women are smarter when it comes to intelligence, academical intelligence? Women are very intelligent. Very, very intelligent. So socialization is one of the major ways to eliminate violence against women. Training the girl child to know that she is not to be abused. Training the girl child to know that she is relevant. I remember when I was growing up, in the midst of the boys, anything my father did for the boys, he would do for me. I tell you, when Nicol insurance was out, my father was doing, he did for me. In fact, I was even the one he wanted to school abroad. I was even the one he was trying to get admission for at the University of South Florida. He was so proud of me. If there was a way he could say, don't get married, stay here, he would have done that. Or marry somebody around. When I was born, my father came. My mother said I was a very little, tiny baby. Very small. That what did she even eat when she was pregnant? She practically ate nothing. Because there was no money. And when my father came and carried me, looked at me, he said, this one, her name shall be called Millicent. And they said, what does that mean? He said, millions of cents, millions of money. You see this one, through this one, we shall see light. Day one. On the very first day. So my mentality is that I will never, I hate poverty. And I hate to borrow. I will never be poor. Let me tell you, 24 hours of the day, I'm thinking of what will I do so that things will add up? What will I do? How will I come up? I'm a girl, I'm not a boy. So it is the training, socialization. The boy should be trained never to abuse the girl. I have a boy and I have a girl. We have two children, Samuel and Ella. And Samuel will never dare. Does Ella look for trouble sometimes? Yes, so. But he will only, mommy say we should not, daddy say we should. Yes, they should be trained not to abuse, not to lay hands. How can she be in your house and the other brother is beating her? And you just come and shout and say, I told you not to beat this girl. This thing you're doing is not good. He will beat his wife tomorrow. He will lay hands on his wife tomorrow. That is the way it is done. So the male should not see himself as superior to the woman, to the female, and see the female as inferior. Both are important in the home. There are things a man can do, a woman cannot do. And there are things a woman can do, she needs them. I mean, two good hairs are better than one. So we need to raise our children up. Stop telling them, you're a girl, you should wash plates. You're a boy, you should go and play football. Did you see in the Bible, the scripture that says, as a man washes dishes? Bible. As a man washes dishes in the kitchen? Bible. There are times that the woman is pregnant and she needs help and there is no help in the home. He should be able to help. I know of couples today when the man the woman is bathing the children, the man is in the kitchen trying to get breakfast ready. So it is not good when you labor and over-labor your partner. She's in the kitchen cooking, she's bathing them, she's doing homework, she's mopping, and you're shouting, everywhere is dirty. Which one are you doing? Which one are you doing? It's a home. Are we not supposed to do this together? So the male should not see himself as superior. It is in socialization. It's in the training. Teach the male not to be violent, both physically and verbally. And it starts from you, the teacher. It starts from you teaching. You know they don't do what you say, they do what you do. It starts from what you teach them. Don't tell them not to when you are guilty. Don't tell them not to hit somebody when you hit your wife. How do you even feel when you hit your wife? It's only one prayer. Father, if he loves hitting, may hitting meet him on the way. For those who hit, since he loves it, he loves to use his hand. Instead of to use the hand to work and get money and take care of the home, he's using it to hit me. Because he loves it, may hands begin to hit him. I tell you the truth, at the park, Aburo will hit him. In the office, instead of Oga to comment, Oga will slap him. Anywhere he goes, he will be receiving that. That's a good prayer. Because what a man sows, he will benefit. So, teach the male not to be violent, both physically and verbally. Don't use your mouth. A young man said, because they said I shouldn't beat my wife, I know what to do. So whenever the lady is coming, he will just put his leg. One day, the lady slipped and hit her head on the staircase. They're still going to Enugu, specialist hospital Enugu. Another woman that used to be in my school broke her spinal cord, even though not totally broken, but she can't bend. What kind of wickedness is that? Tell that one to go. Instead of you to stay there and commit murder. God doesn't like divorce, but he doesn't like murder too. Murder has blood in the hands. He abhors. Check the Bible from Genesis to Revelation. God never sanctioned human sacrifice. He never. You would never see a scripture where it says, kill a man and then come and bring the man. Animals in the Old Testament for atonement. When he came to New Testament, he said, let me even give myself. And God came out of God and was planted in the womb of a woman. And Jesus came and paid the ultimate price. That's why you and I have life today. So teach your boys not to abuse verbally. And it starts from you. You don't abuse verbally too. You don't destroy verbally. Don't teach them what you don't do. Let them learn. Let them see you do it. And then they will learn. Then the reason why the violence against women is on the rise is because a lot of women are jobless. I said it the other day at the Anglican church and everybody was shouting. I said it again at House on the Rock last week and everybody was shouting. The man is the breadwinner of the house, right? He's the breadwinner. He's the one that should bring bread. Don't be idle. You eat akara with bread, be the akara winner. Don't be idle. Bread is sweet with akamo in the home. Be the akamo winner. By all means, win something. Don't fold your hands and say he's the head of the home. And because he's the head of the home, your children cannot want biscuit. And mother will be able to buy it. Never. Your children cannot want ice cream, 2 naira. And mother will not be able to provide because you're waiting for him to give you the money. It's not proper. And then for the men who say, I don't need you to work, you're a medical doctor, you're a lawyer, it is good though, but make sure you provide. Because there are times something that is way off can be what you want. Like I went to the market yesterday, I just wanted to buy earring. I wanted to buy this gold I'm wearing in my eye. I wanted to buy. There are some things when you say you want to buy it, they will say, but is it necessary now? It is not necessary, right? Like there are things that should come before it, but you actually want it. And you'll be fine when you get it. You must not wait for the man to give you the money to do that. Mommy, I don't have anything I'm doing. What do you mean? There are people who started business with a crate of egg. They borrowed money to add to the game and they made it 2 crates. They borrowed money to add to the 2 crates. They made it 5. It is not good just to fold your hands and stay. Manna will never fall from heaven. You must do something that God will bless. I will bless the work of your hands. So that means the hand must be busy. It doesn't matter what it is. Even if it's pure water, he will bless the work of your hand. Don't just wait for him. A lot of women have reached me telling me, Mommy, we're just handicapped because even transportation money, they don't have, God forbid. There are some things. See, there are so many things to do to get money. It depends on your level of wisdom and what you can think. Thinking out of the box. Getting out of the conventional. Somebody went to India. They were 2. Another one was saying, wow, see everybody's working, they don't even have shoes to wear. This other one was thinking, everybody must be a businessman. Jesus was. God is. Where Jesus was in the world, he was. Didn't you hear him say, I am after my father's business? Now business be that. That man saw people walking barefooted and he started thinking of bathroom slippers. That was how he came about. Read it about how bathroom slippers came in India. So the man said, but I can do something, do something, do something. And that was it. You can think of what to do. You can plait hair. You can think of what to do. You can be washing. You can just do something. If somebody is winning bread, win akara, win akamu, win ewedu, win crayfish, win maggi. Let your hands be busy. Do something, and then he blesses the work of your hand. So violence against women is on the increase because these women are handicapped. Mommy, I went to school though, and he said, what's wrong with you? He said you shouldn't do anything. He doesn't give you money to take care of yourself. See, when a woman takes care of herself, you will see that they can think well. We need to change our underpants. We need to change our bra. We need to do women's rates. There are different types of sanitary towels. There is this one that is so big when you're walking, it's as if your two legs are coming together. But there is this expensive one that is lighter, sleeker, very sleek and small. Yet it can take that blood and you're not going to be stained. You won't be stained. You would see, Amaka, you would see that you're good. You see that you're good. So he bought you black pants, but you wanted a blue one. You just wanted to wear blue. And so you can actually go out of your way and buy blue and say thank you, sir, because he bought you white, and then you can add the blue on it and you'll be fine. Stop being idle. Stop just staying there and you're not doing anything. It is not good. It is not. So this is one of the major reasons why, when she knows how to open the door, this is one of the major reasons why women are handicapped, because they don't have anything they are doing. Absolutely nothing that they are doing. They need money to take keke. They need money. Women, rise up. When you begin to provide something in the home, you will see that when the abuse continues, they know born you and born marriage. You must not be there and die. You must not. That's why I said you should tag every woman that you know. Don't ridicule yourself. Don't make yourself to become nothing. You're not doing anything. Please be typing amen. Don't just be watching. Make sure your hands are busy doing something. Make sure your hands are busy doing something, okay? So the women should be empowered. And then this is where I come to the government. The government should make sure that women are empowered by giving them grants. If you see an industrious woman and you give her 10,000 naira, go to her house the next day, you would see fruits in front of her table. I don't like women who are idle. I don't like women. The man must give you everything. He must provide for you. He must do this one for you. What do you mean? What do you mean? We cannot talk about life without mentioning death. What if something happens? You automatically become a professional beggar. You know it's not good to beg. Please, can you give me 2 naira? Please, for how long are you going to beg? For how long will you beg? How long? You need money to do. That is why your husband's brother wants to kuchela you. That's why he wants to marry you by force. Because he has seen that you're handicapped. Because he has seen that you don't have anything you're doing. So they present 1,000 naira for you and you're ready to sleep with them. Please, today, make sure that you are doing something. Make sure there is something you are doing. Federal government, state government, women in the Ministry of Women Affairs, women that are placed up there. You're not placed up there to relocate your family to the US. You are not placed up there to begin to buy mansion. This is what we see in our country. Once you vote them in, they vote you out totally. Once you vote them in, they don't want to see you again. Once you vote them in, their gate is permanently locked. And they begin to give you money. Don't give me money, empower us. Don't give me rice and beans. Don't give me, that's not what I need. We put you there for infrastructure. We put you there for industry. We put you there for our children to get a job, to get jobs. Our children are jobless. And they are drinking mburumiri everywhere. And they are going into drugs, even though nobody has a reason to get into drugs. You are not justified, no matter what you go through. Because you can use firewood and put money in your hand. You can use palm kernel to put money. You can use sand. That way you don't go pay money. Gather it and be supplying to people where they are building. Be empowered. Sell granules. Sell chin-chin. Learn how to bake. Reach out to people. I can do this one. When you need my services. You don't need complimentary card. Write it on a paper with biro and pencil. Begin to go to people's houses and begin to give them. I heard it directly from the mouth of Samsung, how he used to go to churches in Lagos and he would tell them, I want to give a special number. I heard it in one of the meetings that he was to sing and I was to preach. I heard it. He said, as a banker, he will be counting money, he will be singing. And so he will miscalculate. I heard it. And all those churches he went to, for them to allow him to sing, some will allow, some will not allow. There was no honorary. Today, those churches cannot host him. What are you not talking? What are you not saying? Make sure you're busy doing something. Can you live your life on somebody? How can? What about when you want to do something that you don't need to ask anybody for money? Can you live your life depending on another person? God forbid. Do the one you can do. Be empowered. He stopped me from working. Some women even pride in it. My husband doesn't want me to work. That's not a testimony. He doesn't want me to work. The medicine and surgery you studied, you don't need to upgrade. Even if you're not upgrading for other people, what about your home? That same man that stopped you from working will pay money elsewhere to go and see a medical doctor. That same man that stopped you from working will go to the hospital, buy a card of $1,000 so that they will administer medication to your children. If you were upgraded, if you were following up, you don't need to spend money on that. You didn't study that course in vain. Be empowered. So federal government, give us a little loan. Small money. We need to do something. A lot of us are willing to do something. Come, give us 10,000. Give us 20. Don't ask us to pay back. We have money in this nation. You will not die. Why would you have 100 billion and more than 800 homes are hungry? People that you voted into power. You see, that's why most of the times when I look at this election thing, I have a different understanding. Watch them. When they're giving you that little bubble that they need to, the things that they promise they will do, how many ways they don't do? The first thing they'll do now is that they'll build a house and they'll tell you, with this one I big pass you. They'll build another one in the cities and tell you, with this one I big pass you. Then they'll proceed to America and tell you, with this one I big pass you. When you're entering a plane, you the economy. I know how you struggled and labored and fought and entered bus to put them like business class. When they come out, they give you 5. How I try and make we see. That ends it. God have mercy. Hallelujah. So we need to be empowered. Your siblings or guys shouldn't use us as their trash. And you're not talking. My wife cooked, my mother cooked. I'm confused. Confused about what? See, marriage is not for bouncing baby boys. It's not for bouncing baby girls. God didn't make a baby girl. He made a woman. God didn't make a baby boy. He made a man, full-fledged man. Full-fledged man. That's what he made. I didn't see a baby girl in the Garden of Eden. Oh. I didn't see a baby girl. I didn't see a baby boy. Oh. I only saw a man called Adam, and I saw a woman called Eve. He didn't make a man a boy. He didn't make a girl. He made a man, and a woman. Woman. That's what he made. Your mother cooked, your wife cooked, and you're confused. You don't know which one to eat. So you need to get back to the womb. Not just giving your life to Christ. You need to be born again. Born again for real. Not born again technically. Violence against women. Eliminating it. Physical violence. Those are the three. Physical violence, emotional violence, and verbal violence. These major three. Your elder sister will leave her home that is not working, and she wants to come to your own that is working to advise or dabara. Her own is not working, no. But so she has the mentality of the thing working. Why no work then? Why is that? Why can that idea she wants to bring to her brother's house, utilize it in your home? Charity, they say, begins at home, and before it will extend to other people. It starts from the home. And a woman told me one day that her husband's younger, not even elder. None is permitted, but the younger one came and told her and pushed her husband aside, her senior brother. Pushed him aside and drew her closer and slapped her. He didn't say anything. He turned to the woman and said, mind your home, don't come to my house again. She would do it 20 times. That woman left her house, her father's house, and came. But women that we are saying no violence against, need to honor them. Close it. Sometimes you talk. And this is a man that was a cult member when he was in the university. And now he told you he has repented. Don't bring out the cult nature in him. He's still there. It's just Christ that, humbled the thing. So there are times you just keep quiet. There are times you just don't. It's not that we don't know what to say. We all know. But we're careful. We're not saying it because we don't want to cause trouble. Let us be empowered. So don't jolly in the fact that he stopped me from working. My husband doesn't want me to work. Everything I need, he provides for me. No problem. Continue. Let him be provided. But there's going to come a day when your son will. See, when my son wants to get something he knows my husband will say it's not necessary, he will come to me. And he want to buy blue jean, they bought you black, and he want to buy blue. And then he knows he will not go there. He knows. So he will just come and whisper to me. Why? Because he knows I will have soft spot, and he also knows I can buy it. There are times he will come to me and say, Mom, come, let's go. That time he wants to make me talk to my conscience so that I can buy him. But I don't want to buy, I will not buy. When he insisted on a particular watch, I asked the mama, they said 20,000. I said no, it's in essence Orube. This boy looked at me. I said no. Give me 2 more A's, another A. Someone make a good grade. I put my iPad, that is very expensive because it's iPhone, and then I put my car. I say, if you give me A and make a good result, take. The boy is working. He's working so hard to do it. If you cannot win bread, somebody is winning bread. Win akara, win akama, win puff puff, win chin chin, win crayfish, win dress, win everything. So don't let your siblings use her as a trash. It's International Day of eliminating violence against women. Why we don't leave is because, have you heard women say, they beat me, maybe I cannot leave because of the children. It is because of the children that you should get out. The reason why you should step out is because of the children. You know why? You need to live for them. You don't have to die for them. Staying here is death. Getting out is life. So it is still because of the children that you need to step out. See, do me anything, but don't get close to my children. You can do it, but don't abuse them. I still remember my growing up. I still remember several times when salaries will not be paid or my father was not available and I needed money to go to do lesson. I still remember how my mother was not able to provide that money. I remember how one day we were going to look for, I know the name of the woman. Today, the woman reaches to me and say, pray for me. I said, is this how life is? She used to be the one that would lend my mother money so that my mother would pay my lesson fee. And today, you can pay those. How can you repeat the same pattern your mother went through? God forbid. God forbid. No woman should stay in an abusive relationship. Get out. I didn't say divorce. Leave him. Something has gone wrong. Let that knot tighten back again before somebody will kill another person. A man entered his bedroom and caught his wife on the bed with another man. In revenge, they laid around, took knife and stabbed her husband. He died there. Auntie, it would have been better you left and continued what you were doing outside. Now you have blood on your hand. You've committed murder. It lives with you forever. See the danger? I remember visiting a prison one day and they said these were women that were detained. You know why they detained them? Most of them, 45%, killed their husband. Why? In revenge. He was always beating me. So this day he came. One said she took, what do you call that thing you used to pound something? The pistol. Pistol. She took it down on the head and the man died. She was in jail. And she was going to be in jail. That's a murder case. Yes, the battered woman syndrome. Yes, that's the battered woman syndrome. They react. Sometimes when you notice that somebody has gone off, shift. What about the lady who came for counseling? She said she wanted to have a baby. I said, what happened to your body? She said, no, mommy, don't worry. No, leave that one. I just want you to pray for me so that I can have. I said, I'm interested in this. He said, okay, that's when my husband beats me. But it's okay, I'm good with it because he makes love to me after beating me. Psychopathological wahala. When you're there, she's not well, she's gone off. He beats you. You need to see the scars. They were not like your fingernail. Wound, patches all over. Yet she came. Children will expose your weakness the more. So if the man slaps you before children, he will beat you after children. Because children will make the house dirty. Children will bring out all your weaknesses. And you are okay with him beating you and making love. It's not love making anymore. It's rape. It's not love making. That thing you're doing and you're shedding emotional tears is not it anymore. So most of the times they beat the women in revenge. Once they raise their hand, somebody is dead. Violence against women, let's eliminate it. I don't want to supervise your divorce, honestly. As your pastor, I don't want to supervise your divorce. But you know what? I don't want to officiate in your burial. I don't want to be the officiating minister in your burial, even though I don't want to supervise your divorce. Strike a balance. Strike a balance. Do the right thing. Make sure that, and the churches are not helping matters. They take the man and the woman. See what the churches do. Your church, my own church, this is what they do. They take our hands and bind us together. We die here. You hear people say that. We don't die there. We live. Because it doesn't end there, it continues. I shared with you how a woman called me and said, her husband said, if he comes in by 9 p.m. and sights her and their 5-year-old daughter, that he was going to shoot 2 of them and he would kill himself. The lady called the pastor. One of the known churches in Nigeria. The pastor said, don't mind him. Where did he get gone? My deacon. I was panicking. All of a sudden, I came live online. Immediately finished, she started calling. We were declining. She went, Uche called and practically get angry. She just finished her mouth. She said, hear me out. That was by 7. The man was coming back by 9. I said, let me talk to her. And she told me that her husband said, if he comes and he sees her, 9 p.m. he was going. I said, did you tell your pastor? She said, Mommy, I just finished talking with him. What did he say? He said, don't mind Deacon. Deacon will not do it. I said, give me the number of your pastor. So I called him and I said, this is Dr. Chioma Ibesin, and I'm calling from Abuja. I did not tell him pastor. So this doctor, you don't know whether I'm for feeder. He doesn't know where this doctor is coming from. I said, are you the pastor that told your member that the husband said if he meets her in the house by 9, that he was going to shoot her? Are you the one that said he should stay? The man started begging me. He's a senior pastor of a big church in Abuja. He started begging me. He said, no, it's not what I mean. I said, do you know who I am? He kept quiet. I said, you don't know who I am. And now the matter is going to go up because I see you want somebody to commit murder. He said, please, man, could you just give me 2 minutes? And I said, immediately he hung up. I called the woman. I said, get out. He now called the woman and said, get out. Do you know that man came back by 2 minutes to 9 with a gun in his hand? Immediately he entered the house. He released one in the air. Neighbors took off. He would have killed that man. Let the churches wake up. We're not doing the right thing. You see people living in an abusive home. Your member came, her eyes swollen, and you said you will show her scripture. Keep showing scripture, let them separate them because somebody is mad. Separate them because somebody is not good, and work on that one that is not good. When he comes back to his normal senses, bring her back. Let's not be committing murder in the name of church. God does not love divorce, but he doesn't love murder. Divorce is not good, but murder has blood on the hand. Let's avoid it. Let the churches wake up. You're praying for somebody that is not regenerated. It won't work. You're praying for somebody that is not broken. It will not work. You need to break the person first. The Holy Spirit has to be in him or her. There are women that beat husbands too. It's not only men, no. So the Holy Spirit will take over the mind. That one will be broken before prayer can work. That's why we are jumping from one online to another. Yet the problem is still there. I want you to ask yourself, there must be a problem somewhere. And what people don't know is that God is one. You disobey here, you commit crime here, you go to the other one. Pray, let God. We are not serving 2 gods. It's one. It is one. So anywhere you are, make it good. Live it good. I know somebody who insulted us when we were not yet, we didn't have children. Her name is Ngozi. She even stopped calling me mommy. Why would she call me mommy? A woman that has another child. Abraham. There was something my husband told her to do. She walked out on us, disobeyed us. And then, have you had that kind of member that committed a crime and then a testimony happened? Have you want them share testimony indicting you? You think you're God? And so she got admission. I went to the university. Sorry, she got admission. I went to the university. So one of the days, she joined a fellowship, praising God and lifting up holy hands. I'm speaking, glorifying God. Every minister is not sensitive. Pray, let God see that thing early. That he kept quiet does not mean he doesn't see. Some people will come and nothing happened. They will tell you something is wrong with your mother. They didn't see that one. And you think, God, no, it doesn't work that way. You need to understand the scripture. So this man came and said, there is a lady here. You insulted a man, a pastor, your pastor and his wife that played a major role. And it was his prophecy that got you the admission. Come out. Come out. Go back and apologize. That's a true man of God. That's a sensitive pastor. You know what we celebrate is not what God celebrates. You know, 90 people can be wrong. 1 can be right. 99 can be wrong. So that it is a crowd doesn't mean God is there. Was it not the all Israelites who joined Aaron and worshipped the golden calf? It was only Moses who came and got angry. Was it all of them? How come they just forgot how God led them? Not one person remembered. Everybody followed Aaron. So the majority, you hear people say majority, it's not true. Sensitivity is a product of spirituality. Let the churches wake up. They're not doing when it comes to marriage, they become silent. When people die in churches, they don't announce it. Now, which kind of church be that? Will everybody stay here forever? Won't we die when we get old? There are churches today, they don't announce burial. Pastors don't officiate burial. They don't want anybody to know that somebody died in the church because it's a taboo. Oh, Bible. It's not Bible. International Day of eliminating violence against women. And you know what? This was why Eli attracted the wrath of God. Your children shouldn't control you. They shouldn't tell you what to do. They should not. I'm traveling with my daughter and she's choosing a dress I don't like. She will not wear. She will not wear it. Why am I the mother? If she controls me, then she's my mother. If she decides on what we do, then she born us. God looked at you and chose you and made you a caretaker. Don't make God, don't fall his hand. Don't make God regret making you. Don't let God say she's not capable. We all make mistakes, but there are fundamental errors we shouldn't allow. Let's be very careful. This was what Eli did. And somebody could ask me, what should Eli have done? Remove Ophinai and Phinehas right there. Remove them. Though they are your children, but they're not doing the right thing. Remove them. Replace them. But he still left them there. And they were treating the lost offering with contempt. I've told you people, this thing you're doing is not good. Haven't you wondered you come to a church? Some leaders are causing problems, but they're not removable because they are financial contributors. Hey, so you have attributed money to the work of God. So it is money that rules. I don't like those who follow fame and money. You're not sensitive in my understanding. You're a fair member. If you're deeply rooted in God, there are things you won't do. There are those you don't respect today, you will respect. Why? Because you see like God. You think like God. You reason like God. But when you follow crowd, hey, I don't know who put you there. Remove Ophinai and Phinehas. It doesn't matter how much money they bring. I am the one that giveth thee power to make wealth. No man can bless you like God. No man. No man can bless you like God. It doesn't matter the position of that man. If a man can give you a job, God can elevate you. What are you not talking? The heart of kings belongs to him. And this is why anything he tells me, I say it. Because I know that if God doesn't bless me, there's nothing anybody can do. If God doesn't talk to man, man cannot bless me. Eli would have said, you are my children, but no, I'm not in support. Get out. I need to replace you. But he still left them there. And they are causing commotion. Have you read the punishment of Eli? That's the worst punishment ever. No more old age in this generation. Something that started with Aaron ended with Eli may never end with you. Something that priesthood that started with Eli. Anytime we need a priest, we go to the lineage of Aaron. When we got to Eli's hand, it diminished. It ended. So this is what the churches are doing. You see that these people are not doing the deacon is slapping his wife. Remove the deacon from him. Stop him from what he's doing. But because he gives 1 million, because he gives 2 million, because when he comes with the flashy cars, he brings his friends and they surround the church environment. When you come to our church, you see car. When they then become the message, let me tell you, if you're talking to one person and you're speaking your mandate, divinity backs you up. Let me say that again. By the time Elijah emerged, he only preached to Ofuonye one. Who was that? Ahab. It wasn't a congregation. In the first outdoor ministry that Elijah did was directly to Ahab. And immediately he declared that word, no rain until my word. God said, disappear. That's a powerful message. He went and hid him at the brook Cherith and provided water for him and used ravens, gathered all the birds. He can use anything to bless you. Stop attaching attachments to human beings. Stop it. He can use the birds. You can imagine the quantity of food one bird. So God gathered all of them and they were supplying. Elijah had no physical contact with anybody. The second ministration Elijah did was yet one person, the widow of Zarephath. But you organize a meeting now, one person will come, even those who attended, hey, something is wrong, oh, it's not, you know the truth, God blesses you for releasing mandate, it doesn't matter. Remember this man, what's his name? What is this, one of these, it's not, hey, what is his name? Oh, Abraham, so one of those forefathers of Christianity in America. It was a crusade that was held. Money was spent. One person was in attendance, and that was it. He caught fire, and today he spread it all over the world. And people judge you, they look at you, they rate you. So even the followers, they are following man. Paul says, be ye followers of me, something like as I follow Christ. So both Paul and the members are following Christ. There is a man behind the altar that we are following, not the physical man, but us today, we are blood man. We are blood man. You know, no God in us. Let the church come. And finally, education is the key. Send your girl child to school. I was the only one in school. My father made sure I was good until I graduated. By the time I was in the university, none of my siblings was there. My father wanted me to travel out. As the verge of traveling out was the verge my husband was coming. The verge of going to University of South Florida was the verge he was coming. I wanted oil company. And to crown it all, when he came, I wanted a man who lands. I've said it before. I wanted a man who travels and will land. When I ask him, he say, can you meet in Nigeria? I say, hey. Then every day to crown it all, he would tell me, you're a woman of God. I said, this man I've decided to become useless all my life. I left him and I started looking for a job. He would go out and buy me Faith Oyedepo's book, Bishop Oyedepo's book. Those were the books he was buying for me. Every day I would look at him and say, oh, I think I've made a mistake today. You can't even pay me. That is the truth today. Men who are not violent against their women are men who empower and encourage them. They are not the hunters, because the hunter will look for the animal. And the reason why he got the animal is the reason why he's going to kill the animal. The hunter looks for the prey. They are not scavengers. They don't devour. They looked at you, you were wearing trousers, shaking that to your body anyhow. Immediately they bring you, they destroy that thing that attracted them, because they don't want any other person to see the good in you. We're not looking for scavengers. We're not looking for hunters. We're looking for the real man who will lead you there. They are not threatened by your rising, because they understood Proverbs 31. They know it's for the women, and they don't know. And they also know that it doesn't have 32 and it will not come for them. They know that when their wife is doing well, the glory goes to them, because the man is the glory of the woman. And let me tell us that it has been criminalized in Nigeria. And what has been criminalized? If you commit if you're violent against a woman, is a crime. Abi? Domestic violence now is a crime. So women, speak up. Don't keep quiet. If I do now, he will chase me. Isn't it better he chases you and you're alive than you stay and you die? Which one? Was it Dino Menaya who sang the song? What was the song? He said, if I talk, I will die. If I don't talk, I will not die. So let me talk and die.
If I talk, I'll die. If I don't talk,
I'll die. So let me talk and die. Speak up. Don't be. That was why I did a little video and I said, my name is Pastor Choma Ibeze. I'm not a counselor because I'm a pastor. No. Being a pastor does not qualify me to be a counselor. You must be trained, at least a master's in guidance and counseling. I don't have a master's. I have a Ph.D. So I am an authority. You can quote me. You can say, no matter how beautiful the container is, it is for the trash, Pastor Dr. Chioma Ibeze. Yes. So I'm not counseling because I wanted it. No, I didn't do pastor. Pastor who? My husband is the most intelligent. He is educated or more than me. All my English. So I don't know English. I don't know Bible. He knows it. So if God is choosing me, it shouldn't be me. It shouldn't. What do I know that I will tell another person? So it is God who does the choosing and we follow. It's not a criminal. Domestic violence is a criminal. And most of the states have reacted or, responded to the law by making it criminal themselves. So it is against the law to abuse women, and it is punishable by debts of prison. So women, speak up when you're facing domestic violence. Don't keep quiet. Don't go through that emotional abuse. Your daughter is watching you. Tomorrow you're wondering why she decided to be a lesbian. Because she has watched your husband maltreat you. And she doesn't want to do man. She wants to do woman. And you're saying it's a Christian home. It's a Christian home. They were killing you. You were not talking. They were destroying you. You were not talking. Today, your daughter doesn't want a man. Because the man she has seen in the home is not a good example. So she thinks, you see the danger? Why we need to speak. God bless you. I'm not taking your questions today, now. I'll take it by 9 p.m. So I want you to invite women that have gone through emotional abuse, women that are going through emotional abuse. Come up with those questions. This is just part A of it, and we're going to continue with part B. God bless you. Today is the International Day, celebrating or commemorating violence against women. It's a no-no, and we should not stay in an abusive relationship. We should not hit a woman. I thank God there are men who are online. Thank you. Train your children to love each other. When they love each other, your son will not abuse a woman. God bless you. And I'll see you again by 9 p.m. today with Moments with Chioma Ibeze. And I will take your question. Thank you. Thank you, Rosemary John. Nafisat Abdul Salami, Yvonne King, Dorcas, Olites, Ebude, Milonia. I think I like that name as Milonia. Charlotte, Beatrice, Catherine, Mercy, Adez, Mofosa, Delphine, Bera. I see there are people from different nations. Jane, Nkiruka, Christel. Oh, the names are too many. You're welcome. God bless you. So let's see again, 9 p.m. tonight, Nigerian time, and we tackle the kind of abuse women go through and what they should do so that they can be free. Love you all, and God bless you. Amen. So you know what you do? Take the link and send it. This is part 1. Part 2 will come by 9 p.m.